Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Rich Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Adidas D Rose 773 2020. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Adidas D Rose 773 2020 features this traditional herringbone traction pattern, which I've definitely seen used on other Adidas models. And in true Adidas fashion, they have completely messed up the herringbone traction pattern. Whether I was doing linear movements, lateral movements, I was sliding, and you slide to a stop, so you're not stopping on a dime, you're more stopping like on a dollar bill. Yeah, it's just not great, and I really don't understand why Adidas is messing up, herringbone traction pattern. Like, herringbone is the tried and true traction pattern that should be working, and it just doesn't on Adidas models, and it's really annoying. If this had great traction, this would overall be an amazing budget model shoe, but the traction is just so poor, and that was playing on indoor courts and outdoor courts. I just could not get this thing to stick. The traction was just really annoying. So consistently you will slide, inconsistently you will slide and slip out. Like, that's just how the traction is on the shoe. So traction on the D Rose 773 2020 is definitely not that great. Moving on to the cushion, the D Rose 773 features a full-length bounce cushion, and for those of you that don't know, I like Bounce. I think Bounce is a great budget cushion setup. It's definitely underrated because it has a pretty good amount of impact protection and court feel. I'd say it's a pretty good blend, and I'd say that's pretty much what you get in this. It's definitely not a lot of impact protection, but it's that good middle ground between court feel, responsiveness, and having the impact protection. So if you guys like to have that good blend, I would say that the cushion in this shoe is pretty good for that. If you all value impact protection, definitely look more to something like Boost, because that definitely is going to grant you that really nice impact protection. But this kind of feels, makes you feel like you're light on your feet while also giving you slight impact protection. For outdoor courts though, I definitely don't think this is the best cushion setup, because I could definitely feel the wear and tear in my legs after playing in the shoe. But for indoor courts, I'd say that this cushion setup is pretty good. So moving on to the materials, the D Rose 773 features like this textile mesh, maybe some sort of knit upper. And this shoe only retails for $70, and this material for that price is actually pretty nice. Pretty much the whole base of the shoe is this textile mesh, knit, whatever material. Like I said, it does feel really nice. And in the higher wear areas, you do have like these overlays of fuse. So you have this strip of fuse on the lateral side, and you have a strip of fuse on the medial side as well. Moving up towards the middle part of the shoe, it's just that continuation of this textile with an added layer of textile on it, which kind of adds for more containment and also extra durability. As you move towards the back of the shoe, it's just the same thing with this added like synthetic heel tab right here. Kind of just an aesthetic thing. Doesn't really do too much, except, I guess it does kind of make it easier to put the shoe on, just because you can't pull the back part out. Not to mention, you do have like this piece of synthetic leather that wraps around the shoe on the bottom, which is, I think, just there for pretty much aesthetic purposes. But yeah, material usage on this shoe is really nice, especially for the price point. So moving on to the fit and support, I'd say the D Rose 773, pretty much like any other Adidas model, I would say go down a half size from your regular size. And personally, I went true to size, and I could have gone down a half size. But even at that, if you guys are slightly wide footers to hella wide footers, I think going down a half size, you all will be perfectly fine. This is a pretty wide fitting shoe, so it was really comfortable for me to play in. I didn't have that pinching pain that I had, that I have in the majority of shoes. So that was really nice. But even though this is wide or wider than other shoes, I didn't have any side-to-side movement on the footbed. Lateral support was just fine. The only one thing I didn't like about the fit in this shoe is the fact there is a little bit of dead space up in the toe box area, but it is what it is, you know. For the price, I can't really complain that much. Everywhere else, I'd say the fit was perfectly fine. You do have a lot of padding in the heel. That extra padding in the heel, along with this internal heel counter, you don't have any heel slippage at all. I felt very locked into the shoe, so the fit and the support in the shoe is actually really, really nice. And like I said before, the D Rose 773 2020 retails for only $70. And for $70, you know, it would have been a really nice shoe if the traction wasn't so trash. Like the traction, even though it is that herringbone traction pattern, just indoor courts or outdoor courts, dusty or not dusty, you know, I just slipped all the time on those linear movements and lateral movements, which really, really sucked. Everything else was perfectly fine, actually even better than fine. It's pretty nice for that $70 price point, but the traction is just so atrocious that I really cannot recommend this shoe. If you guys are maybe, you know, you don't move too much or you don't like to put a lot of torque on your shoes, then I'd say go for it. But if you value traction at all, then definitely do not get these, because I did not have a pleasant experience in the 773. Maybe there are other colorways of the shoe with like a different color outsole that'll perform better. You know, sometimes Adidas has versions of the shoe with a translucent outsole that actually has better traction. Maybe that's the case with this. I'm not sure if there's any colors available like that as of right now, but you know, if that's something you all would like me to revisit in the future, let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, you know, everything else is nice, but this traction is so bad that I cannot recommend this shoe. So that's that. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also smash that thumbs up button for me, as it really does help me out. While you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.